Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So today I want to show you how you can do something like this. This is from Yann Gall. We did some some time ago. Not long ago I did something from him like this here. This was a Cinema 4D tutorial. No, not this one. This is a Patreon tutorial. The Patreon tutorial was released yesterday, but this is not what I meant. This was the tutorial I made for patrons here, and today we will make. I want to show you this one here, but this is a free tutorial, as you can see, and yeah. And of course, I recommend to visit the channel from Yann Gall. I hope that I pronounce his Yann Gall. Well, maybe it's correct. And I will post a link in the description, of course. And today I want to show you how you can do something like this. And this is a nice thing for fields. This is first we make this. Rotating pyramids here. Yeah, simply let's start, why not? So we don't need the material manager for now, and let's make a pyramid here. So I go to the platonic and make a theta, and I have a pyramid. Cool. The next step I want to do is I want to bring the pyramid with one of its edges in the middle of the scene. So to do this, I make this pyramid editable, so C on the keyboard, and now I simply hold my L key on the keyboard, and you see if you go over a point here or over an edge, you can set the axis to this point. So I hold the L key, go to this point and click on this point. Okay, now I have here at the axis, and I simply say reset position or restore position or reset PSR. I have it here in my toolbar, and you find it for sure somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where to find it at the moment, but if you hit, this is called reset transform, so you shift C and reset transform, and you have it here. So easiest way is to drag this in your toolbar, and so you have it whenever you need it. Good, so I have it now in the middle of the scene here with this edge, and just to have something just to see where I rotate, I make here a simple disc with 6 sides. And you see it fits, of course, exactly in one of these segments here. So now make this a little bigger, so something like that. And now I want to rotate the pyramid this way. Okay. For this I use simply null objects. This is, for me, I think it was the easiest way to animate this thing. So I want to make one rotation here, so in 1 second, so that means this I have 25 frames per second, and yeah, this is 150 frames for 6 rotations. Okay, and now let's bring this up here. Doesn't matter where it is, but for me just so I make this null, and I want this null in the middle of this edge here. So what I do is I activate the snapping with Shift S, or you can go to here as well, but with Shift S you can activate snapping. And here I want the edge snap and the midpoint snap here. That means when I go up here and I want this null in the middle of this edge here, so E for the move tool, and I simply move this null. You see it snaps to this edge. And then when I come to the midpoint, it snaps to the midpoint. And this is exactly what I want. And now I simply drag my platonic in this null, and I rotate this null. So let's see the coordinates in rotation, which direction I have to rotate. Let's go here. Okay, this is here. And I know with the pyramid I need this often, not so often, but yeah. And I know, but for the pyramid you have to rotate it 109.45 degrees to be on the next polygon here. So I make a keyframe, go 20 frame to 25 here, 109.45, enter, and keyframe. So you see, you have exactly this one. Okay, now I make another null and put it on this middle of the edge. So another null, go up here, and I want it to here. So E, remove tool, drag it to here and on the midpoint. And you see we are not aligned with this line, so I go to rotation tool and see that the red one here. So I hold my shift key and rotate it exactly 30 degrees. So perfect. Now I go to my null, and which direction do I have to rotate? This is the R, also the B direction here. Okay, back. Bring the null in here. So here make a keyframe. Go to frame 50. And again 109.45. I will copy this number because we need it more often. So enter and keyframe. And another null on this side here, and so on. So null, E for the move tool, I want it to here, so go to here, midpoint, R for rotation, 30 degrees, okay, and put this in this null. Let's have a look where to have, okay, go back. And make a keyframe here, 0.75. Maybe you have an easier way to do this. Please let me know if so. There's a trick. Okay. Then another null, but this is not a lot of work. So it's not so. E for the move tool here. We can move it to here, so we don't have to rotate it in this case. Not this 30 degrees, I mean. So here we have to go this minus, okay. Make a keyframe here. Go to frame 100. Whoop. Paste and in the minus direction. Okay, perfect. Next one, null object. E for the move tool. Move it to over here. So. Here I have to rotate again, so 30 degrees, oops, perfect. Go to one, bring this null in this null, have a look in which direction I have to rotate, okay, minus here. Make a keyframe, go to frame 125, and paste, minus, whoops, perfect, and the last one. And we are done. See, this is really not a lot of work. So I have to go to this side, I think. Let's see. E for the move tool. Move it over here. Yeah, that's the correct one. And rotate it 30 degrees. Perfect. Put this under this, and let's see in which direction we have to go. Okay. Keyframe 150, paste, minus, whoops, perfect. And we should have our animation here going. This should be the whole thing. So when we hit play, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, done. Perfect loop. Save this. Pyramid waves or something else. Pyramid waves. Okay. So we don't need the disk anymore here. So I'll keep it, maybe I want it later on for something, I don't know what. But this is almost done now. So I now put the null in. I want later on. I want more of these pyramids. So make a connect object and put this null in the connect object. So every null I put later on in. So if I copy this null, this will be just one object with the connect. Save this, and now we make a polygon quite big. So let's say 500 by 500 or even bigger. Make 1000 by 1000, and we need quite a lot of subdivisions here, so something like that. Looks nice. So under the polygon I now use a plane effector. So a plane effector should be a child of the polygon, so I select the polygon, hold my shift key and click on the plane effector. The plane effector should work in point mode here. It's perfect here. And we want in the parameter, position in the Y is the wrong one, the C it should be, yeah, let's say the C. Let's go to 20 centimeter for now. And of course I want to restrict this with fields. And here in the fields, I simply drag now in my connect object here. Whoops, and I want this as a point object. You see, I have it where the points are, it goes up. But I don't want it with points, I want it on surface. So I get this one. This looks perfect. And now what I want here the bigger radius. So I want the radius quite a lot. Let's go ahead, maybe this could work. And now I want these waves, and for the waves, of course, the best thing for waves is the formula. In fact, we can use a formula field here. I use this formula here. You see, we have it here, formula. Whoop. And you can already see it does something here. With this formula, which is already inside. When we put this to 10 here, we have our waves. This is the frequency, and we have our waves going here. But this should... No, that looks quite nice here. We don't have to do any more here. I've set it to multiply. Yeah, so it's multiply looks better because so it starts to smooth away here. So that's much nicer, I think. Okay, and when we now, let's see, we make this is, but we don't need the whole thing here, the whole formula. It should be enough when we set sinus, brackets, subfields. The subfields mean everything what is under this formula, so this is the subfield. Subfields times 360 and times frequency times F. Enter. Yeah, that looks much better, so I have here some space in between. That's much better. This is what I like now. Of course, now we can make this a little. Let's see, what does the time here? The time does nothing here. So the frequency is just how many waves you want. So you see. And you can say it here, it starts here, that's nice. And yeah, and we could smooth out this whole thing a little bit. So after the plane effector, I put in a smoothing effector, a smoothing deformer in this case. Smoothing, and put it after the plane effector. It smoothes it nicely out. I have my smoothing here set to 0 stiffness and iterations here, but I want more iterations here. And make the plane effector higher now. So I get a nice wavy look here. I can go even a little up here and make it smoother. Okay, it looks quite nice. And when we hit play, Okay, that is too much smoothing. You see, when I go back, the deformer does not go back, so the plane effector. When I hit again, go back, then it works. But if we put the polygon down here, so it's this order of operation, now it should work correctly. So do this and stop it, and it goes back. Yeah. So, but with this smoothing, we have a little problem. This is too high here. Let's go to the plane effector and go down with the plane effector. Let's see, 50. I don't want this thing going here. This is not so nice. Let's do this without the smoothing. Yeah, it's quite high. Let's make, simply we could make here more subdivisions here. Let's see, 300. So we get a smoother result as well. But somehow I want, let's make here in the platonic, I put a bevel deformer under the platonic. The bevel is down here, so this is the 2K problem here. Shift C, bevel. So put a bevel under here, so let's see, 3. That looks nicer. Now I can go again to the smoothing here. I should activate the smoothing as well, otherwise. Something I don't like, this formula. Let's go back to 10 here. So it's further away from the pyramid. And go to the plane effector again. Make it a little higher. Yeah, that looks much better. Let's see if we get a different thing. When we go to point mode, we only have it on the edges. This is a feels correct point. It looks funny, but not what we want. Let's see if this makes some difference. At inside, of course, outside, of course, is okay. No. Volume does not work because we have to. No, we should stay with this. Okay. Yeah, now that works. And now we can simply sorry, copy one of these nulls here. So this null, I'll drag it down here. Oh, back. Maybe an instance works as well. Let's see if an instance works in the connect. Let's make an instance of this null and drag it inside here. And E and move it somewhere. Yeah, it works. You see, we can another one. Rotate this a little bit to the side, so something like that. Okay, why does the second one not rotate until the end? Why does this stop? Anyways, so don't make an instance. We could make, of course, an alembic of this one, but simply copy this one. Oops, back. Simply copy this one. Come on, I wanted to copy under it so that we have an okay. So, and drag this somewhere to the side. rotate it. So, and let's see what we get. Okay, they rotate till the end now. Make a third one. E. Bring it over to here, it looks funny. Just we have to be sure that we don't overlap here somehow. And let's rotate this. That here, so E. Okay, right, this is what I meant. They shouldn't overlap. Do with me whatever you want. Do they overlap here? I don't think so. Maybe, so no problem. Just let's check this a little further away. So now we should be on the safe side. Okay, that's it. We could bring the second one here a little. This side here. Okay. Close, but they don't intersect. Great. So save, and I make here a quick render, so with OCTANE, so this isn't really a big thing. So let's make the polygon here to 500. So let's give it 500 here. So that looks quite nice. Let's see how it looks. Of course, it's a little slower now because we have more subdivisions. If you want to stay in here, yeah. Let's first make here less subdivisions just to see if the pyramids stay in our render. Yep. We can go a little to the right here. Now that looks nice. Okay. Save. Make camera here and protect it. Go back to the polygon. Give it 500 here. NA to see, yeah, that looks a little jaggy, everything, so we can put this in a subdivision surface or with the smoothing a little more, but I want to do this with the, what's going on here, yeah, later. Put this in the subdivision surface. That needs even more, but now we have a very smooth thing going here, but this will be very slow now. Yeah, but it doesn't matter for the renders. But we can be sure we have a very nice. Okay. I don't know, maybe one is enough here. Yeah, seems one is enough. Okay, and yeah, let's bring in something. This should be quite easy for the physical render as well. Maybe you can do it even without GI, because we more or less need just reflections for this. Okay, let's go to Shift F2, make some materials. First I bring in my Nikomedia rig here, the Octane rig. I don't need any of these. I need, of course, my HDRIs. And I start as always with my nature lab here. And make a new material here. Let's go to the side here. Just here I have my node editor, okay. Let's make this metallic waves here. So make it this bluish thing here. So in this case, go with the metallic up to 1. Oh, nice. Make some roughness. Come on, roughness, not for protection. And put this on our. With NQ I can hide the texture in the viewport. So, let's see what we get here. Oh, that is shiny. That is shiny. Maybe too shiny, but why not? That's better. I like these colors here. We could even play again with the film width. That always makes nice. Yeah, that immediately makes nice colorizing here. And for the pyramids I taken simple materials. These are the waves without Katrina, and this will be the pyramids. And here I make rapido. You see this color here, this comes from the thin film. Put this on the connect, let's see if this is something. We can deactivate the thin film to see what. Yeah, this is definitely better without thin film. Maybe here less. Oh yes. That looks trippy. Save this. Man, that looks nice. We need more samples here. I have only 200 samples in this, but this should render quite quick. So let's go to the settings here. Go up to 500 here. Well, it still makes this, but this is okay. Let's put Denoiser on top of it. So here I go in the camera tag, not in the camera, the Octane tag. So we could put some motion blur, not motion blur, some depth of field as well inside. But first I wanna go to my camera imager, and in the spectrum in the denoiser, enable the denoiser, and let's see what we get with the denoiser. Here maybe it's enough when we go to 300 samples, but you see it renders quite fast. Okay, done, and let's go to the denoiser. Looks very interesting. And let's put in a little depth of field. I go with focus onto here, let's say. Single lens depth of field. I go up here 10, 20, 20 will be a little much, 15, yeah, this could be nice thing. Oh yes. Great. Okay. I would say the tutorial is done. I will make a preview render for this so that everyone can see what we do. And yeah, you see, this was not really hard to do. Fields are great. And I hope you like this one. It was a shorter one, I know, but I still think it was a nice one. So, okay. So, if you have questions, complaints, requests, please let me know in the comments. Or write me on my Facebook site or on our Facebook group or wherever you can find me. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you will find a link in the description. And if you are a patron, you can download meanwhile about 300, over 330 Patreon things. So this will include project files, downloads, so texture packs and scripts and whatever. And if you don't want to support me on Patreon and you say no, but I want to donate you once, you can do this via PayPal, and your PayPal link you will find in the description as well. So I say thank you for watching my tutorial, and again I hope you liked it, and I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, stay safe, and yeah, the next tutorial will come during the weekend. I can say Saturday or Sunday, but I am quite sure that I can make one on weekend. So yeah, again, all the best hier from Austria, Vienna. Tschüss und Baba.